looking back on all this, is there guilt? Is there blame every day, or do you manage? How do you manage that?
I don't. I mean, from my perspective, I don't know how. It's like I said in court. I don't know how you sit back and apologize or feel guilty about the fact that your son developed mental illness, or the fact that your son was bullied, or that your son wanted to commit suicide. I'm not sure. You know, that's. I don't know if that's. I don't know how you sit back and weigh that and sit back and evaluate that and.
I could
You know,
blame
judge
myself.
yourself.
I could blame myself every day.
Yeah.
But we have good friends and family that get us through each day.
So we all have kids, and we think we know every inch of them, right? From the inner depths of their mind to their toes, right? So you know what every mom out there is going to say, how did you not know? How did you not know? And you've probably asked yourself this every night for the last 4 years.
You bet.
Right, right. I mean, he was always a quiet kid, but he was always, I'm talking like he's in the past, but he's not. He is a quiet kid, and he was sweet. And unless somebody tells me I'm suffering inside, I wouldn't know it. I really wouldn't, because nothing changed with his personality. I mean, he was always so good here.
And you know, he was a quiet kid, and you know, didn't have a large group of friends necessarily, but he had a group of friends, and they had a sleepover that weekend before. So it's not like he didn't have friends, or you know. So if he would have been truly a loner, where he didn't have any friends, you'd certainly be something that would set an alarm off. But you know, aside from that, I'm not sure what you see. So
Do you go over every minute of his life thinking, when was the day that I should have picked up on something?
I don't do that, but I do remember every moment of him saying goodbye to him that day when he left.
That morning, what was his disposition?
He was fine with me.
Fine. And throughout his life, were there any times, because I lay in bed with my wife and we worry about our kids. Was there any time when you were laying in bed or sitting at dinner when you two were alone when you said, hey, we got to do something about Alex?
No.
Nothing?
No.
Was,
like I said, he was very quiet, but then again, Harold was quiet growing up. My mother was extremely shy growing up. There were times I was shy when I was younger too. I didn't say that as an alert to worry about him because he was shy and quiet, because that's how we were.
yeah, I mean,
We had family that were like that.
right, you know, half the world are introverted versus the other half that are extroverted. So,
well,
I
you
mean,
said
how do
something really significant to me. So your son was slight of build,
Oh, absolutely.
weighed less than 100 pounds.
Probably about 100, yeah.
He had acne.
Yes, he did.
He was
Severe acne.
quiet. You just described about 10 million kids in America, right?
Absolutely.
Nothing as a father. Do you ever, thinking back, because, you know, I always say revisionist history, we can always figure out history once it's happened. Do you ever revise history in your lives and think, there was that one day when he said, do you ever do that?
No, I always sat back and I said there was one conversation, and actually Tina says she doesn't even remember it, but it was actually at this table, and we were just talking and kind of joking with the kids, and you know, talked about, you know, they'll be moving on to college, and you know, we kind of joked and sat back and said we always wanted to move to a warmer climate. And I sat back and said, when you guys go to school, you have to find us, you know, because we're going to move while you're gone. And you know, I remember Alex sitting back and saying, well, why wouldn't you move now? And you think about it from my perspective in retrospect, and I'm thinking, well, for me, if I was that age, I would be not wanting to switch schools, not wanting to start a new life. And he made that comment. Did that mean something? Did I, you know, I don't know.
But that's it? Honestly,
that's
right?
it. That's the only time that I can even remotely think of anything.
And we're searching here.
That's like a pebble on the highway, and your car runs over it. You don't feel the pebble.
Right. We're searching for things.